It's Joel's Catfish Combat. So I'm gonna do something a little bit different on this video. It's gonna be kind of a shorter video, just gonna give you a little bit of an introduction, kind of the background, so it makes sense. I took my friend Matt out on a Sunday afternoon. We were kind of just messing around, and we were using bass gear. So we were going with some lighter gear, and we were targeting 2 to 5 pound channel and blue cats. Where we're using gizzard shad, freshly caught gizzard shad, just little bite-sized chunks, okay? And the rigs we were using, this is not the rod and reel that'll be in the video. You guys got to see if that catfish actually broke the rod. All right, but the rigs were basically the same. So what it was is we had, anywhere from 10 to 14 pound mono. On that rig, it was 10 pound Zebco red Cajun line. And we had about 1 ounce to 1.5 ounces as either a no roll or an egg sinker, followed by a large bead. And the bead just protects the knot at the swivel from the shock of the weight if it's bouncing up and down. A barrel swivel, 20 pound leader, and then it's a mono leader, and then a 4/0 Mustad Demon circle hook. So the type of fishing we were doing, we were just basically dropping the rods vertically, we weren't anchored up. We're just kind of trolling, I was just using the trolling motor, moving around structure and underneath various things. We're using a technique called bottom bouncing, which is where you kind of thump the weight on the bottom near any type of structure. The catfish, their lateral line is very sensitive. They pick up that vibration. They sometimes go to investigate to see if it's food, okay? So that's what we were doing. At times when the wake and the chop is really bad, actually my boat doesn't take wake very well, so it bounces up and down. Sometimes that does it for me. So I had a couple of the rods in the rod holder, and I hooked into a pretty significant catfish for light gear. And you just gotta see if he actually broke it or not, okay? So yeah, enjoy the video. I see the army is being part of that now. Oh, whoa, here we go, watch this. He's here.
You digging it?
Yeah, I got it.
There you go.
Whoa.
You got some power.
This is also a really limber rod. It's really fun to catch smaller fish on. That's a flathead, man, I can just tell.
Good grief. Is he pulling it out right now? That's funny.
It's drag. You gotta set your drag. I might be outgunned with this thing, dude. He's just sitting there. I'm not even moving him.
That's pretty impressive.
Yeah, he's got some weight. This might be a battle for a minute. Yeah, watch yours. Watch your other lines.
This is interesting. I like it.
This 10-pound test, I mean, it's not super strong, but it's medium level. They're going to be off the bottom. Just moving up a little bit.
He's not a happy camper.
Oh, he just wants to hide on the bottom. He's like, nope, I'm not playing your game, dude. That's all flathead's trying to do. They're trying to run to the bottom. But they can get you stuck in things. Like if you don't keep them out of there sometimes, they can get you stuck and broken. Break off. This is definitely bigger than that other one I thought.
Nice.
Might try to drive him up to the shallows. I don't want him in those corners. There's a bunch of, I don't want him going that way.
Golly.
There's a bunch of stuff he can get hung up on over there. Alright, so, burst left in him. Oh, lunge for him. Okay. Head first, scoop. Scoop. Oh, there you go. Nice, dude. That's a good flatty for a rod like this.
Yeah, that's a true.
17 and a half. That fish.
The question is, would you have gone after it?
Wow, that's a pretty fish, man. All right, let's get rid of him. Let him go.
Good job, buddy.
He's probably gonna need some reviving here. No, he's not. He's already mad. Shoo! Okay, so obviously the catfish didn't break the rod, but at one point I was looking at the video clip and I didn't realize, because it was in my arm, I didn't realize how close that thing was probably to snapping. This is one of my favorite rods. It's a West Point crappie rod made by B&M. It's 8 feet long. It's an extremely limber, very sensitive rod. I love this rod for vertical jigging for bass. I've done it for smaller channel cats, saugers, things like that. It's very forgiving. It's great for kind of thumping the bottom of things. I wouldn't recommend it for catfish simply for that reason. If you hook a big one, you are kind of risking breaking it. It just doesn't have that backbone in the middle to be able to tolerate that kind of strain. But it was a lot of fun battling that fish with this thing, just testing it to its absolute limits. The reel I had on there was a Daiwa Regal. This is a 2000 series. Pretty decent reel. And then, like I said earlier, the line was 10-pound test Zebco Red Cajun. All right, yeah, so that's going to wrap it up for this one. I hope you enjoyed it. Hope you got some out of it and saw it was kind of fun. And yeah, if you like this kind of content, go ahead and hit like and subscribe. Leave me a comment. If you see me on the water, say hi. I like to talk to other cat fishermen. And yeah, remember, stay on mission for him. Today's the day the Lord has made, and enjoy the rest of your day.